everyone, I'm Nash. I am Nash from Ram and Nash Insights. So first of all, I have to say thank you to all our subscribers, to all the viewers watching. Thank you so much for watching our channel. Thank you so much for supporting us. So today, for the first time, we are coming on screen right now to share not my experience, not Ram's experience, but another friend's experience, which happened probably back in the 1960s to the 1970s, back this road called Bukit Timah Road. Back then, I believe the older generations, they would call it the 6 mile, 7 mile, 8 mile, 9 mile, 10 mile, along this road where I believe Hillview, Cashew Road, and I believe Boys Town was there, and then the St. Joseph's Church was there, and then became Bukit Panjang and all those stuff. So now we are looking at this road called the 6 mile. So this is where the story started. There used to be an Indian family staying at a 6 mile, right behind Railway Mall, which is right now Railway Mall, but back then was called the 6 Mile Junction. So this Indian family, they had a mother, a father, a brother and a sister. The sister was actually, she was actually probably in her early 20s, and her brother was in his late 20s. So she used to do the PM shift. Her job was the PM shift. So she used to come back around 11ish, because I believe her shift starts at 3 and then ends at 11. So the brother used to come and fetch her from the bus stop wherever she drops off, and then the brother has to walk her back almost to like 150 meters or 200 meters to their flat, to their apartment. Actually, there's no flat there. They were all houses, terrace houses, side by side. So every night the brother would actually fetch the sister, and then there was this particular night where the sister dropped off from the bus stop. The brother wasn't at the bus stop. So she thought that maybe the brother is like busy, or he's tired, he's going to sleep, or he has already slept. So she decided to walk that 100 to 200 meters all the way to her house. So she decided to walk, and she walked. And those days, apparently there was no tar road and all that. It was all cemented road. So, and then every few 10 meters there's a street light and stuff. So she did the whole walk herself, and she went back home and she slept. The next morning, when she woke up, she was feeling very sick. So every morning the mother usually wakes her up. So that morning, when the mother woke her up, she said that she's no, I'm not feeling that well, so I'm not going to work. So the mom decided to bring her to see the doctor. So they went to the doctor. Doctor gave her 3 days of MC. Oh, I think your body's fatigued, tired, so why not? You take a 3 days MC. So yes, so she agreed, alright, let's go back home. And they went back home. And what happened next was, when they were coming back home, while they were about to enter their house, their next door neighbor, who apparently happened to be a Muslim neighbor, a Malay neighbor apparently, this Pachi, he came out, he's in his late 60s, he came out, he saw the daughter, he said like, hey, there's something really not right with your daughter, can I actually have a look at your daughter? So the mother, a bit skeptical about this kind of stuff, but then decided, okay, why not? Why not? Since you are just staying across our house. So he came in. The moment he saw her, he said, something is not right. So what happened was, he sat down, he looked at her, and then he said, your daughter is possessed. And then again, being a skeptical mom who doesn't believe in all this kind of spiritual kind of stuff and all that, she let me check with my husband, I'll get back to you on this. So later on in the evening, when the husband came back home, the mom told the dad. Doctors say that she's tired, fatigued and stuff, but then our neighbor claims that she's spiritually possessed. But the father who has lived in a lot of kampungs before, who had a lot of Malay neighbors before, he is quite aware of this kind of incidents before. So he said, okay, why not we shall bring him back in tonight to come and have a look. So they went over to the neighbor's house. They brought him in again, the Pachi came back home. Then the Pachi said, okay, your daughter is possessed, but then we can't do anything tonight. Apparently that day was a Monday or so. So they said the best day to do a cleanse will be on a Thursday. I believe the Muslims believe Thursday is like a spiritual night to clear and cleanse the evil spirits and stuff, and also it's a holy day for them as well. So Thursday he came back home. He brought the girl in the middle of the hall in their house, put those Thailand lemons around her, make her sit inside the circle, and he started praying. And immediately within like few seconds, the Indian girl started reacting very abnormally. She had this whole presence like as though there's some man sitting in her body, and she was talking in a man's voice. And the best part was the whole language she was speaking in, nobody knew about it. Nobody knew about the language you're talking about. The girl was speaking in a different language, and surprisingly, the Pachi can speak the same language as well. So they were interacting in a different language. And okay, so I mean, after all this conversation going on, the Pachi turned around to the dad and said, okay, your daughter has been possessed by a Japanese soldier back in the 1940s during the World War, and he apparently saw your daughter, and that night when she was walking back, she was having her period, which is her monthly menstruation kind of period. This is when the body is the immune system is very low, so he happened to take possession of the body. And now what he wants is that in order for me to leave the body of this girl, I need to have Japanese food. So what the dad thought was, okay, let's get some food. So what he did was he took his car, he rode off to the nearest supermarket. This was back in the 1970s, I believe. That's what I was told. So he managed to grab a few Japanese crackers, Japanese cake and stuff, and then he managed to get Japanese rice wine and stuff. And also he also managed to get some those Japanese made kind of crab meat as well, which I believe they are still selling right now as well. So he brought them back, and then he gave the food, but the crab meat he kept it in his fridge because I believe he wanted to keep it for his own consumption and stuff. So when the moment they gave him, I mean the possessed girl, all the food offerings, that's when after enjoying everything, then the spirit asked, I believe you have something else that I want which you have already bought. I want that. If you don't give me that, I wouldn't leave this girl's body. So the dad was like quite amazed, like, wow, you actually knew that I actually bought this stuff? Okay, so he went to the fridge, took out that particular crab meat stuff, Japanese made, gave it to the possessed girl, and after eating it, the spirit said, okay, thank you so much for the offering. I will leave this body in 10 minutes. So everyone waited for the 10 minutes, and immediately after 10 minutes the girl fainted. Then the Pachi said, okay, the spirit has left because the spirit has already been, but before this all, Pachi actually has got a promise from the spirit that the spirit will leave after the offering. So after the offering was done and she fainted, peace out. After the offering has been done, after 10 minutes, the girl fainted. So once the girl fainted, the Pachi turned around to the dad and the mom and said like, the spirit has already left, and since he has already promised that he will let go of this particular family, so he said everything is back to square one again. Your daughter is free from the evil spirit, and the girl went to sleep and stuff, and Pachi left the house. The next day morning, the mom brought her to the nearest Hindu temple, since they are Indians. Brought her to the nearest Indian temple, get her blessed, did some prayers and stuff, just to satisfy the mom, to make sure that the daughter is fine, or free from evil spirits and stuff. So yeah, the girl is now good. I believe she should be in her late 50s right now. So back to our subscribers again. If you have any encounters with spiritual or the non-spiritual side of any stories, horror stories that you have encountered, you can always email to us. Our email address will be shown to you at the end of this video. So thank you so much for joining us. Have a good day.